Voice of Indonesia.
Hello, Voice listener. Welcome back to a special interview in VOITALK. And right now, we've come to a special interview from a country outside from Indonesia, of course. They come from Vietnam, with the university, also from the University of Indonesia. From the University from Vietnam, we have Miss Huỳnh Phương. That's correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Thank you for pronouncing it so perfectly.
Thank you so much. I'm really grateful as well because I hope I don't pronounce it wrong.
You got it right.
Okay. And from the University of Jakarta, we have Muthia.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine.
Thank you for inviting us.
Yes. Okay, so Miss Phương, can you tell us from what university are the students come from Vietnam?
Okay, so we are University of Management and Technology, Ho Chi Minh City. So we're from Ho Chi Minh City, which is a city south of Vietnam. We are one of the two biggest cities in Vietnam, with a population of 12 million people. So very similar to Jakarta, actually.
Yeah.
UMT, which is the abbreviation of our university's name, is a relatively young university. So we're very young. We're 4 years old.
4 years old?
Yes.
Oh, so that's like super new.
That's super new. And we have a amazing campus with very beautiful building and one of the most active Vietnamese students. So in our curriculum, there's a international experiential program that's built into our curriculum, whereas like the students have to go outside of Vietnam and experience a foreign country for 2 weeks, partnering up with our friend's university, which is for Indonesia, is UNJ, and they got to experience the country culturally and historically, and they also experience the economic development in that country through industry visits. So today is a very special day because we get to visit RI. So this is it's been a wonderful eye-opening experience for me actually, and also for our students.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is this the first time for the students to go outside Vietnam?
Yes, this is the first time ever. So like you can see that they're really excited. They're very fresh and they're very energetic and very eager to learn, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay, so for Muthia, I would like to ask you, how long does this cooperation started to build from Indonesia to Vietnam?
Yeah, so we already have some collaboration with Vietnam, but we try to implement it since last year. We have an exchange student with Dong Thap University, and we also met new colleague from UMT, Ho Chi Minh City, and now we do a lot of collaboration together. And today we have the students to have the international internship camp, so they will have some experience in industry and have experience to be like real work with RI. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you actually for coming here to the studio. And so between Indonesia and Vietnam, I would like to ask, does the program last 2 weeks, and is there any places for the students from Vietnam to visit outside from RRI in these 2 weeks?
They have visited Indosat.
Indosat.
Yes.
Okay.
And then
tomorrow they will have engagement with No Limit. This is a startup, so they will deal with the big data, how to conduct the data science and so on.
Okay. But for the Indonesian college students, will they have a chance to go to Vietnam, maybe to visit UMT?
Oh my God, I would love that.
We love to.
When will UNJ send students over to Vietnam? We are more than happy and welcome to have Indonesian students to come and visit Vietnam. I think this is such a great time for the two countries to strengthen the bond.
Yes.
Between, and then students exchange program are actually a great way to lay out a foundation for further deeper future collaboration, right? Because these students, they graduating in 2 years, right? And then if that you have Indonesian students coming to Vietnam. In 2 years' time, you already have that much more friendship being formed very early on in their career stage, and then can move forward economically and professionally. So in that sense, I really hope that UMT can be like a catalyst, for further collaboration, not only between UNJ and UMT, but really just the two countries together. We are right at this very exciting junction where Indonesia and Vietnam are both two of the fastest growing countries in the world. Yes. And I think that alone just calls for like stronger actions toward cooperation and just friendship, because only friendship can lead to actual business and career opportunities.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so for a listener fun fact, I just graduated not long ago, but I was hoping I was still a student, so I can probably go to...
we're only 3 hours away.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
And
I've been to Indonesia like 10 times. So
10 times?
Yes.
Oh, so this is not your first time to Indonesia?
This is not my first time in even Jakarta.
Even Jakarta.
Yeah.
Okay, so some question I would like to ask, is there any other cities that you visited outside Jakarta, maybe like Bali?
Of course.
Of course.
Yeah, so I've been to Jakarta, Borobudur, so it's like, and Bali. I was just in Bintan Island 2 weeks ago. So yeah, and I have a lot of Indonesian friends.
Oh.
You love Indonesia.
And I love Indonesian food. Yeah.
I love Indonesia.
I love gado-gado and
I also like Vietnam food. They taste quite eccentric.
Then you gotta go to Vietnam.
I hope maybe if I had a chance I would go. Okay, so for Muthi, I would like to ask you, and for UNJ, what are the expected things that you hope in collaborating with like the companies like Indosat, RRI, and the other like startup that you've just mentioned?
Yeah, so for the student, of course, they will get a lot of experiences, the real world to be a professional in the future. For us, it will increase our internationalization, our engagement with the industry, of course, and then we do some collaboration between two countries, Indonesia and also Vietnam. And I hope in the future we can also come to Vietnam and do the internship with the Vietnam industry.
Okay, so on the program that the UMT choose for this cooperation, can you explain to us what is the program that you've chosen to accept here in Indonesia?
Can you
like the program, like between the collaboration with other, why do you choose like the startup of Indosat, or maybe it's just a common invitation from the company itself?
So for this particular 2 weeks that UMT students are here, it's been a very close, a lot of working and time and effort invested in by both the staff and the faculty of UNJ and UMT. So it's not something that is it's not cookie cutter, right? It's not something that we just take out from a file in the laptop. It's been a lot of talking and discussion to kind of see where UMT students are. I have to say UNJ has been wonderfully amazing in terms of working with us and just really observing where our students are and building the programs based on the needs of UMT students and also what Indonesia has to offer at its best. So I think that only can come from pride and love of one country, really. Like this is not something that you can just throw out there. Like UNJ has been really showing us the best that not only UNJ offer, but also what Indonesia can offer to the future relationship and collaboration. So I think with that, and I think that is what all universities should approach this program, right? This is not something that this is the first time the students get to experience this, and this is something that later on when they graduate, doesn't matter how much money they have, they won't be able to recreate this again. It's very unique, and it happens definitely the first time and once in a lifetime in their life, and that takes a lot of heart and a lot of experience to draw up a program like this.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I hope the best for the students as well.
Yes, we're in the best hands with UNJ for sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
So
Yeah.
for Muthia, and I would like to ask you, what are the expected benefits of the cooperation with the establishment other than like Indosat, especially from RRI, Voice of Indonesia?
Yeah, we know that RRI is the best media we have, the national one, and they have a lot of great experiences since we are independent.
Yeah.
So that's why we choose RRI, because they are the best in the media, and we hope that they will give some information and experience it like that to the student as well. And yeah, we looked at the student enjoy the material and the knowledge. Thank you for the RRI.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, for the final question, I would like to ask the both of you, what are the future plans with UNJ and UMT, and maybe with RRI in the near future? Maybe would you like to be interviewed in Vietnam? Maybe Western. Some people there.
Yeah. Do you want to take the floor first?
We know that VOI doesn't have a Vietnamese language, right? Maybe in the future we will have it with the collaboration with UMT, so they can also have a news in Vietnamese.
Yes, for sure, because then, we want more Vietnamese people to learn of Indonesia and learn, Well, for UNJ and UMT, there are a lot of opportunities for collaboration. UNJ is a very well-established, high reputation university, one of the best university in Indonesia. UMT, we're still very young, but we have so much to offer still, because our students are really, really great, very energetic, high achievers. And with that, I think there's always a lot of things that we can put on the table. We can talk about collaboration in terms of, low-hanging fruits like this exchange program between Vietnamese and Indonesian students. We can have collaborations on our bachelor program. We talk about 2+2, 3+1, and collaboration in research and exchange of faculty even. So there's still a lot of room to grow for both universities. And I think, with this trip, with this batch of students trip, is a great first step toward like further and tighter collaboration. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Feng and Muthia, for coming to the studio, especially during this time of the year. And voice listener, just like we heard, today is a special day, especially a collaboration between two countries from Indonesia and Vietnam, and we hope the best for the future of the both countries, and especially for the new UMT that just been started.
Thank you, Ray.
Yes, you are welcome. And voice listener, for those of you who wants to know a lot more from Indonesia and the world, you can always check out and tune in to our YouTube account in VOI Official to know more about a special interview just like this. So always stay tuned with us in Voice of Indonesia, from Indonesia to the world.
Voice of Indonesia.